Hello and welcome back to another episode of 100% Orange Juice. Last time we beat Tomomo Hell with Skiff Robot, and now this will probably be the final episode of the Tomomo Hell series, as this is the final character we have to beat Tomomo Hell with. So we have the Flying Castle, probably the character with the least amount of play, mainly because you need to be level 40 before you can buy him. So I did a lot of grinding last week, and I got really salty when they announced the double experience weekend after I got level 40, but I don't really care. So here, the Flying Castle is you could consider the Flying Castle to be a more beefy Mary Popo. Without the hyper card. So you have 10 health, count it, 10 health, that's 2 digits of health, and 1 attack, but your detriments are -2 defense and -1 evasion, so you have a lot of health, but in terms of effective health, Fernet is still the way to go. And here are the 2 passives of the Flying Castle. You're immune to battle cards, so I'm not really sure what this means. I've never actually played as the Flying Castle that much. So perhaps what this means is we can't use combat cards, or combat cards used against us or have no effect, or maybe like cards like invasion have no effect. Immune to battle cards is pretty vague, so I can't really. We'll just find out together once we play. And then cannot counterattack is rather straightforward. So if you don't get the first strike, you're never getting a strike essentially. So the deck is rather simple. 3 pudding because you can heal up to 9 health with it. So the best character to utilize it in my opinion. And then you have 3 shields. So if we're immune to battle cards, then these shields will do nothing. But if we're not, then it'll give us a nice +3 defense, and we can't attack anyway if we're not the aggressor. So if shield synergizes with the Flying Castle, then it would be a very nice combination. Otherwise, I guess it's just filler. And if it doesn't work, then I'd probably replace it with 3 dinners. And then 3 gift exchange, because we have no hyper cards, so we might want to steal some hyper cards from someone else. And then 1 reverse attribute field, which will turn us into a +2 defense and +1 evasion, like off tank for the turn. So let's just go, and hopefully we can show off some Flying Castle gameplay. So, as always, it's important to keep your distance away from the Tomos. I guess a lot more than normal, because you won't be able to counterattack them. And, you can see with our 10 health, we're actually messing up with the font here. So we roll a 1 and we fight the seagull. Unfortunate, but not the end of the world. It's unfortunate that we rolled a 1 because I was expecting the orange Tomomo to fight us, but perhaps in her AI programming, I've noticed that if her opponent has higher health than her, then I guess half the time she won't fight. And we're really going to be able to utilize, or to abuse that fact, because as long as we have like 7 or more health, then we can take advantage of that. But just as I say that, we take 4 damage from the seagull, so you win some, you lose some. Another one bites the dust, etc., etc. Pick the idiom you want to use, essentially. We're not the store managers, so we can use cards and we can get bonus stars from the panels. I haven't actually played much as the Flying Castle to really put it on a tier, but in my opinion, Store Manager is still probably the best boss character. Flying Castle will be next, and Skiff Robot is leagues behind these 2. So, we're gonna roll the 1 and fight this chicken. The chicken will survive, and then we'll try to evade, and then we evade the chicken's counterattack. we're still at 6 out of 10 health, so the Flying Castle definitely a good counter to Tomomo. Well, at least a counter to Tomomo's Hypercard Magical Massacre, because even at 9 of 10 health, which is the ideal number to be if you want to be immune to that effect, at 9 health you're guaranteed to survive an 8 roll, because actually, never mind, you're not guaranteed. No, never mind. I don't know what I'm thinking. At 9 health, you are guaranteed to survive an 8 roll, because you'll block a minimum of 1 damage, so then you'll take 8 maximal damage. Excuse me, you'll take 7 maximal damage. So I don't know. It's been a long day, to say the least. Let's just try to go back into the game. Not try to theory craft much. And the Flying Castle's theme song is also Mark's theme song. Appropriate, since I guess the Flying Castle is from the Flying Red Barrel series. And we had the Seagull had like Pete's theme song. So I guess it's time for Mark to have some. It's time for Mark's song to have some spotlight, even though it is quite a rather vanilla song. My favorite theme song is definitely Tomomo's, followed by Pete's, and then I guess never really thought of a third one, but then I guess third one would be Sora. So we got those levels pretty quickly, and then we're gonna go for 70 more stars. I honestly think the Flying Castle, I don't want to say he's a broken character, but from my experiences so far, it's been really easy. This is actually my first attempt with the Flying Castle, whereas with the store manager and the skiff robot, I've had a few attempts that didn't reach video publication. Fight the chicken, roll a 7, and then the chicken rolls a 7 and evade. So we got the chicken kill. Evasion ties with attacks are you're never gonna win, essentially. So speaking in terms of probability, defense is a lot better than evasion most of the time. So finally gonna have Tomomo catch up to us, but again, since we have more health than her, it really allows us to abuse the fact that she won't attack us. So if you're really having trouble with Tomomo health, get to level 40 in multiplayer, and then play as the Flying Castle to beat Tomomo. But I think she's gonna fight us this time, because I've noticed that once she never passes up a fight twice, essentially. So if she chooses not to fight you the first time because you have more health than her, then the second time she'll fight you for sure. Yeah, at least what I've observed. Get an I'm on fire card. I guess we'll start the assault. So Orange is gonna fight us since we have we're tied with her in terms of health. We'll defend and take 1 damage, and we can't counterattack. So using any of those combat cards in her hand would be rather useless. Although they would be good to try to get the boss kill. Roll 5, land on the ×2 drop, and that completes the Castella portion of the video. Thanks for watching. Hope to see you again next week. No, I'm just kidding. So that super all-out mode rather wasted on the chicken, in my opinion. And we did see the Orange Tomomo get that boss kill. Not too big of a deal, though. So I believe this turn we'll be able to land our lollipop, but unfortunately we don't have 70 stars. I was hoping for the we could not land our lollipop, and that would deny Green the level, but Green isn't gonna level unless she KOs us, so I guess we'll just go on the lollipop. So, Orange is gonna fight Green, and then actually KO's Green. And then KO's Seagull. Wait, it's kind of bad for us, unless Blue KO's Orange here, but Orange is gonna get... She's not gonna get the kill though, so... We're in an awkward position because we're gonna miss our next turn because of the Dangerous Pudding. If we survive this, we can counterattack for... never mind, we're playing Flying Castle, we can't counterattack. We lost our Pudding card from the gift exchange, unfortunately. It's gonna really set us back. And, we're more or less dead here. Puts Blue Tomo at 10 wins. So, maybe I spoke too soon about this being easy mode. And Flying Castle being a boss has a recovery value of 6, as expected. So, this is really the Blue Tomo domination show. She only needs 3 more wins for that final Norma. Well, Orange Tomo is also in the same boat, actually. But Blue Tomo is the only one that's alive currently, so he's gonna be able to capitalize on that. Green revived last turn too, so I guess I'm a big fat liar. And we finally revive. I guess we'll get rid of the I'm on fire. And, Orange is gonna revive this turn too, so... Green chooses not to go on the Lollipop since she neither has the Star or the Wind Norma. And we're gonna roll a 5, so... Might as well go here, do some combat. The Sentinel actually evades us. How lovely. I would have appreciated that 6 roll in the combat, but sure. Orange is not gonna fight us because we have full health. But next turn she'll most certainly fight us. I think we're gonna have an opportunity to fight Green Tomo though. And we're gonna take that opportunity. But she evades us, so we'll have to defend and take 4 damage. It's rather unfortunate. And it's also rather unfortunate the Sentinel survived too, so not very lucky in terms of a combat in this attempt. So Orange is at 13 wins. Blue is at 13 wins after this too, so I would say this game is more or less over. I guess we can try to use this Oh My Friend to try to delay them. But otherwise, yeah, this game is more or less over. Orange Tomo went for the Warp, interestingly enough. Let's see. We'll go for some more stars as well. So, we'll see if the boss can delay these Tomomo's final Wind Norma. Blue takes 3 damage from the boss. Green chooses to go to the outside. We land on the drop. So, I think we're gonna finally be able to level up. Haven't gotten many stars, and we had to use some stars to summon the boss, so rather unfortunate. We'll go for the 120 stars next. Most certainly the boss is doing a lot of work denying the Tomomo's combat Norma, but once the battlefield effect kicks in, I don't think we'll be able to deny them much longer. So, Blue is gonna fight us actually, where we can't really do anything except defend, and we'll survive with 1 health. So, Green is gonna pick up the kill here. Well, we actually rolled an invasion of 5, but that's just not enough to survive. So, well, I'm glad that Green got the kill though, because it doesn't give the other 2 Tomomos any more additional wins. Although Green gets KO'd by the boss now. It's not looking good for us, to say the least. I think Blue will be able to get the boss kill here. Especially with the final battle being used, so... Next turn, Blue will win, and in that case, we'll just try another attempt. Oh well, she's gonna take her sweet time, to say the least. She'll win next turn for sure, though. At least we'll be alive when Blue Tomomo takes the victory. So here we go. Yep. And we will try this one more time. I haven't played much as the Flying Castle, so not really used to the playstyle. We have a +1 attack, so perhaps we want to go for the combat Norma, but at the same time with that 10 health and the lacking in defense, might just be better to just go for Star Norma. So let's put in these cards. We never had a chance to test out the Shield card to see if we could actually use battle cards. We start off with Orange Tomomo taking 4 damage from a chicken, which is rather comical. So, early on, I'd say go for combat, since you're not getting many stars from the panels anyway. And it would be nice to get the wins Norma early on, then you won't have to worry about it. Won't have to worry about that early Norma. So, Orange promptly gets the revenge on that chicken. We're gonna fight the Sentinel. And we continue to roll abysmal values and take a lot of unwanted damage. Yellow is gonna fight Orange and then KOs Orange and picks up that Sentinel that we spent 2 turns trying to KO. Guess we'll go with card draw. We get a Holy Knight, so we'll pop that on the next turn. Green fights the Sentinel and experiences my pain of not being able to KO it. And yellow so does as well, so if we land on a combat this turn, then we'll be able to get it, but that involves rolling a 6, and I probably don't want to roll a 6. Instead we roll a 1, and then we roll a 1 on the bonus. So, Green is gonna fight a chicken, and the chicken actually survives, so... And counterattacks for 2 damage, so... this has been a crazy game to say the least, in terms of the critters. We'll get that bonus times 2. But it's not really that significant this early on when you're only level 1. And the Seagull also survives, so... Like, the critter pool consists of a lot of 1 HP critters. We'll go for the combat, fight the Seagull. We'll get our first win through the Seagull. Green is gonna go for that combat next for the Lollipop, and most likely level up next turn. Orange has had the worst luck rolling to revive, and I welcome that very greatly. Go for the 2 or more enemies. Might as well. So Orange gets Pity revived, and then we're just gonna chill here, fight the Seagull. Seagull survives with 1 health though. Defend, take 2 damage. Orange puts down a trap on her Lollipop. Most likely an assault trap, since she immediately used it once she reached level 2. So, Orange chooses not to fight Green. And here is the assault trap. We're gonna get KO'd here. So that puts Green at 5 wins. Yellow's at 4, and Orange is at 1. We're also at 1, but wins don't really factor too much into our Norma plans. We're gonna go for the 2 wins Norma for our level 3, but getting 1 more win just seems like too good to pass up. Or like too hard to not do is, I guess, a better way to phrase it. It could still not happen, just rather unlikely. I'm gonna spend the next few turns trying to revive, but that's just the way of playing boss characters. Well, unless that boss character happens to be the Skiff Robot, then you just revive immediately with 1 health, which again can be a good or a bad thing. So Yellow Tomomo actually gets knocked out by the Sentinel, rather hilarious. Orange is gonna fight the Seagull. We finally revive. And, at this point, might have been better to just go for the 30 stars. But by going for the 2 wins, it forces us to fight at least 1 more critter. A boss is summoned with Oh My Friend, used by Orange Tomomo. But we don't want to deal with the boss, so we're just gonna warp away. Green chooses to fight the boss and deals 1 damage to it. Takes 1 damage. Boss is at 4 health now. Orange warps away to the north. We draw 2 cards. Don't really want them. So green fights the boss again. And actually KOs the boss, so won't have to deal with the boss until someone reaches level 4 now. Orange reaches level 3, so that might be very soon. We're gonna go on the outside because I don't want to conflict with the green Tomomo. Although yellow might choose to fight us, but instead she chooses to go for that level up. And who's blaming her? She was only level 1, so you might as well, since it's your own home. We're gonna get some more bonus stars. But until we can get that second win, we're not gonna be able to level up. So really regretting that decision to go for the 2 wins, Norma. Roll of 5. So I guess we'll just we have to go for the fight. Use the I'm on fire, and it looks like the I'm on fire card worked. So I'm still not sure what immune to battle cards means. Perhaps it means like immune to the opponent's battle cards, which would make sense as a potential positive side to compensate for that -2 defense. But I think that 10 HP already compensates for it rather nicely. So we're gonna go here, try to avoid fighting, but it seems inevitable at this point. Green's gonna go after us, as expected, and we're gonna get knocked out here. And then yellow is not gonna fight Green Tomomo. Which is concerning because Green Tomomo is already at 13 wins. Orange fights the boss and deals 1 damage to it. Boss was summoned because Orange reached level 4 last turn. And then yellow's gonna fight the boss now, deal 1 damage to it, take 5 damage and get knocked out. So again, we just wanna try to revive as fast as possible, and we do. So and we're gonna get rid of the final battle. I want to gift exchange away our hand, and I don't want to give a Tomomo final battle to use on the boss, essentially. So Orange Tomomo positions herself in front of us, which is probably the worst case for us. So we're just gonna stop by home. And I think we're gonna try to abuse the fact that we have full health, so that Orange Tomomo will choose not to fight us. And with the boss at 1 health, I think I'd rather have her fight us, but I think Orange Tomomo is just gonna fight Yellow Tomomo. No? I was expecting her to fight Yellow Tomomo and then fight the boss for the kill. So instead, we're gonna try to go for the boss kill. Use the I'm on fire, and easily pick that up. Puts us at 5 wins, but more importantly, it denies the wins and gives us a lot of stars. Green is a threat at 13 wins, but not so much of a threat until she reaches that level 5, which I expect to happen very soon since she's 6 tiles away from her own lollipop. So all it really takes is rolling 6 twice. We're actually gonna roll a 6 here. I'm gonna go for that 120 stars. And Green chooses to go to the outside ring. Yellow chooses to fight us, so we'll just take that 1 damage. Unfortunately, our super all-out mode is wasted because we can't counterattack. Castle will be way too busted if you can counterattack. And finally, we land on the drop, so yeah, it had to happen sooner or later. Times 2 drop, no less. Yellow chooses to continue to fight us, and we'll take 3 damage there. So we're in a bad spot where Yellow can continue to bully us. Roll the 3, go for the combat, get the seagull kill, and then I think Yellow's just gonna go after us again. We'll defend for 1 damage, and next turn we should be able to escape Yellow, since she's most likely just gonna go on her lollipop to level up. Unless we roll a 1, of course, which won't be the end of the world, because then we level up as well. Land on the drop. So we see the level up by Yellow. She reaches level 4. Still going for that wins Norma, despite having a lot of stars. We will try to get away from her as quickly as possible. And we're gonna pick up that Sentinel kill, puts us at 7 wins. But again, our wins are not that concerning for us. Yellow's just gonna chase us, but I'm glad she wasted the super all-out mode on a critter. And Orange also will waste that super all-out mode on a critter. We're gonna roll a 5, which allows us to level up on our Lollipop. And then we'll go for the 200 stars now, so all we really have to do is play the runaway game. And wait until we get 200 stars and then land on a Lollipop. Yes, although I do make it sound really simple. Roll the 1, fight the Seagull. Oh dear. Evade. So I think Yellow Tomomo might kill us next turn though. So if that happens, then we'll be in a really bad situation. We survived with the 2 health, so we're still in a pretty bad situation, but we can. There's a chance we can escape it. So let's see what we roll. Oh, might as well use the gift exchange. And we get a rather good hand. So land on the Lollipop. If I didn't use the gift exchange, we would still be like 21 stars short. So don't feel too bad about using it there. We get KO'd here, which was gonna happen sooner or later. Let's not sugarcoat it. But once we revive, we'll be at 10 health, and then we should be in a rather good position. As long as Green doesn't do a lot of leveling up, and as long as Yellow doesn't get her 14th win too quickly. Although I'm also concerned that Orange could go for that 200 star Norma after leveling up to level 5. Don't revive this turn, unfortunately. Oh, my friend used by Green Tomomo. I very much welcome that. Boss will hopefully help us deal with some of the Tomomo stuff going on. And unfortunately, we lost our pudding card through the gift exchange, but at this point, probably not that valuable since we're gonna revive for the full health. And we see Yellow getting KO'd there by the boss, so it's gonna give us some time to catch up. We don't revive this turn either, though, so that's rather unfortunate. But we gain these passive stars through the beginning of each turn, so we have that going for us. Boss is at 2 health. We might want to consider sniping the boss kill if we can. Although at 2 health, there's a very high chance that you can survive. Magical Massacre gets used, so this is the one time that we get kind of screwed by Magical Massacre because we were actually at full health. So we're gonna see Orange not stuff out her Lollipop. Instead she goes for the boss kill, which was rather smart because she had a lot of she needed the 9th win, and boss kill gave her that win. And we can see another Magical Massacre going down at the expense of Yellow Tomomo's own life, but we managed to revive instantly, so not too bad. Yellow Tomomo also revived instantly, so and then we see another Magical Massacre, so this is just the trying to revive show. And at this point, we've gained like almost 100 stars purely through passive star gain. As long as Orange doesn't reach a Lollipop too soon, we should be okay. So Orange warps away, which is good for us because it puts her farther away from our own Lollipop. So all we really need to do now is roll a 6. Well, actually, we're 1 star short, so never mind. We have to roll on a Lollipop next turn. Orange Tomomo gets KO'd by the Seagull. So maybe we can fight that Seagull and get the KO. We do, so we're gonna get a hefty bunch of stars. If I were not a very greedy person, then I would have just went for the Lollipop play. But by going for this play, we also have a chance of rolling a 4 this turn. But we roll a 5, so I'll go here. It's a dangerous pudding, but I went here because I wanted to maximize Lollipopage. Although that dangerous pudding might come back to bite us. Although not so much because Magical Massacre gets used. So we're reaching a ridiculous amount of stars, but honestly, I just wanted to land on a Lollipop and end the game. I already have the Starbound achievement, which is like get 1,000 stars. I got the Starbound achievement and the Veteran achievement, I think it was called. on the same like game, I was just playing Tomomo on Tomomo Hell against excuse me, not Tomomo on Tomomo's Abyss against like 3 random CPU characters. We'll go here. It's a bad footing, doesn't really matter. Honestly, I just want to get to my lollipop so we can win. Magical Massacre gets used. I think all these Magical Massacres are gonna be the death of us. But we managed to revive immediately. Do you guys got any more Magical Massacres? Lay them down on me. So, Yellow's gonna get her 13th win. So she's still 1 win short. And, these next 2 turns are gonna be really crucial for us. So just gonna go here, and then, as long as we can, roll 3 or higher next turn, we should win. Otherwise, green has a very, high chance of winning as well. And also, orange. So, go for that 3. And we do get it, so, we're gonna win the game, and our hand size is too big, so, we actually have to discard 1. And I'm curious, if you're playing as the store manager and you have 1 health. Actually, I don't think it's possible anymore. Previously, as the store manager, you would have to take 2 damage when you discarded a card, so I was wondering if you reached like final Norma and then you discard and KO'd yourself. Actually, I think it's still possible if like a Mimiu's hammer is laid on the lollipop, so it negates the 1 health you gain, so then you'll be at 1 health and then you discard a card. I wonder if you can still win if you get KO'd. Probably can, which would be a rather hilarious situation, but I'm dragging this video on much longer than it needs to be, so let's just see our results screen. And this is definitely the most amount of stars I've probably gotten from a game, except well, in terms of like total. Perhaps the Starbound one was a lot better, but I don't have that recorded, so yeah, this will conclude the Tomomo Hell series of beating it with every character. If new characters ever get released, I'll probably do it with them too. This might be the last episode of this Let's Play. I'm not sure. In all honesty, I want to do 100 episodes of 100% orange juice because the opportunity seems too good to pass up. But then the last like 40-ish episode will probably just be like me doing multiplayer, and multiplayer is a completely different beast in itself. There's not really a goal in that. Just go in there, play. I might just like go in, like spectate and snipe some games. But otherwise, yeah. If this is the last episode, then thanks for watching. Thanks for all your support on the series. I don't really have much left to say, but yeah. Hope to see you again, even if it isn't 100% orange juice video. Castella out.